Welcome to WTM. I'm travel writer Daniel Scheffler, and I'm with a friend. Hi, nice to see you.
Hi Daniel, nice to see you too.
You just got off stage. Please introduce yourself to us.
I did. My name is Uwern Jong. I'm Experientialist-in-Chief of OutThere Magazine.
I love your magazine. I've been reading it forever and ever, so thank you for doing your good work.
No, thank you. We're a magazine all based around diversity, discovery and discernment. So it's really good to be here, particularly today when WTM is talking about sustainability and responsible travel, and diversity is fantastic.
So tell me, what did you speak about on stage today?
I talked all about LGBTQ travel.
Right.
Which is my specialist mastermind subject.
Oh, right. Of course.
Well, we started as an LGBTQ travel magazine. We've since evolved to be a magazine about wider diversity.
Right.
But I think it's a really important topic. Because
Well, the gay community wants inclusion for everyone, not just for the gays.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Okay, so how was your
I
talk?
think we've been a long excluded part of the wider travel industry. And there's still countries in the world where being LGBTQ is not legal.
Right.
And sometimes even punishable by horrific sentences.
Correct. So do you think we should go and represent, or do you think we should avoid?
That's a good question. I personally believe in boundless travel.
Great.
So I think everyone should be allowed to go to places or feel that they can go to places that they want to. I think as LGBTQ travelers, we want to see the world.
Right.
But we want to do so in a safe way. So even though there are places who may not be too friendly, we want to go with operators who can keep us safe.
Yeah, great. I think that's a good solution. I mean, as a travel writer, I think about this a lot, and I'm working on a piece exactly debating this. And it's hard because in some ways you're like, well, I'd like to keep my life.
Well, you see, there are LGBTQ people everywhere. And I think it's important that we show up sometime to show those people who live in those places that there is a different way.
Right.
And I often find that sometimes governmental regimes and their laws are very different to what happens on the ground.
Right.
And there are places where being LGBTQ may not be legal, but the people are very open and friendly and welcoming and very curious about who we are.
Right.
And if we can progress the way they think, maybe one day that LGBTQ people can travel wherever they want to travel.
Right. Visibility and representation.
Absolutely.
And then the underground scene is always everywhere.
Of course,
Right.
absolutely.
So tell me, what's happening in, let's call it, queer travel 2024?
Well, that's the big thing. On stage, I said there's a lot of negativity that's happening in the world right now. And there are places in the world where the laws are going backwards.
Right.
Uganda recently, in particular, but also parts of the USA. And I think it's really important that we focus on positivity going forwards in this world, to celebrate those places that are actually very friendly and new places that are opening up. For example, Malta is one of Europe's most LGBTQ-friendly destinations.
Yeah,
They've just
Pride.
had Euro Pride,
Yeah.
but they've also been recognized by ILGA, which is like a human rights organization, as the most friendly LGBTQ
Should we go?
country in the world. I've been twice this year.
Great.
So
Okay, fine.
in Europe for 8 years running.
Yeah,
So to
amazing.
be able to support places like that, and there are also new places opening up. So Mauritius, for example, has just decriminalized being LGBTQ.
Right.
Cook Islands have just decriminalized being LGBTQ,
amazing.
and they're having their first LGBTQ Pride next year.
Yeah, it's
and
about
I want
time.
to celebrate those places.
Yeah, my
you know,
God.
and I think particularly as travel writers, that's the places we should be going out there in this time of slight negativity, to get out there and spread the word and
Gay
to show how
excellence.
amazing
Yeah.
queer joy, as we
Queer
call
joy,
it.
I like that. You know, as a South African gay boy growing up in apartheid South Africa, holidays were often to Mauritius.
Right,
And
yep.
I was coming out in my teens going to Mauritius where it was very frowned upon. So it's a happy moment.
Things can change.
Yeah,
you know, from
right.
part of the world that I'm from, I'm from Malaysia. And in Malaysia, it's still illegal. But everywhere around Malaysia, like Thailand and Singapore, are slowly moving forward.
Right.
When
You
it
can't
comes to
stop
change.
us now.
Legislative change, and that's
Yeah,
super
right,
important.
Right. So thank you for having a moment with me.
No worries.
I loved seeing you, and we will continue on.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks for joining us, WTM.